women who embody the word grit. They call themselves Sisters to the Summit.
So a few weeks ago, they embarked on a hiking trip, just to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. 12 of them reached its peak, making them one of the largest group of black women to ever summit one of the world's tallest mountains.
And this morning, we have the whole group here. I want to say their names. We have Erica, Janelle, Malak, LaShawn, Tanisha, Danielle, Jennifer, Taylor, Naomi, Naja, Christy, Lisa, Marianne, and Christina.
Yes, congratulations.
When I first heard about you guys climbing a mountain, I'm saying, what? Who has time to climb a mountain? And I just want to give people at home some perspective here. So Erica's kind of the mastermind behind all of this. Among you, because I asked our producers to find out, 14 of you, right? There are a total of 23 kids, 4 doctorates, 5 master's degrees, 8 of you are HBCU grads, and the list goes on and on and on. How did this particular group of women come together, and how did you guys lean on each other when you were literally climbing a mountain?
Yeah, so I would say I'm the linchpin that connects all of us, and we were connected in friendship or social and civic organizations in New York City. And I sent out an email to 20 of my closest friends, and about 18 responded.
Was it for your birthday?
Wow.
You turned 50?
Yes, I turned 50 in December, and so it was like a bucket list thing. Malak and I have been talking about doing this for 5 years, and we had just never made the reservation. So I said, hey, you're 50.
I love it.
Wow, I can't commit to dinner reservations. Good job to all of you for following through with this. Janelle, I can only imagine how physically taxing this is. I know, I want to say motion sickness, but altitude sickness, that's the word, is a big deal, especially when you get to those certain elevations. But mentally, what was this like mentally for all of you? How do you keep your head right?
It was a challenge for all of us, I would say, because you're on the mountain really by yourself. There's no cell phone service unless you downloaded some music before you got there. You're really by yourself listening to everyone's footsteps, trying to get up the mountain. So once we tried to get up to the summit, the terrain was basically like a mixture between sand and snow. And every time we took a step, we kept going back and further, but we all leaned on each other, saying that we're going to make it to the top. We're going to get to the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro, and we all pushed each other.
Was it motivation or was it humor? I mean, what?
I mean, we had conversations. I mean, I was walking with Chris back here, and we would check in on each other. How you doing? Let's stop. Let's take breaks. Let's breathe. And so each of us had our own way of trying to gather ourselves while we were on the mountain.
So, Malak, you look at that picture on the summit. Besides this incredible sense of accomplishment and sisterhood, when others look at this, what do you want them to see?
Well, I hope we can allow people to dream, right? And for people to go out of their comfort zone. Black people aren't known for mountaineering. and really also, Black Americans don't even go to the continent often, right? So I think that we are hoping that we inspire people to go to the continent, to try different things, to try things that you may not see yourself in. I know all of us also did this for our children.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we feel very proud. Most of us have daughters, right? And we want our daughters to understand that they can achieve anything they wanted. They can break records.
What did your girls say when you?
Well, Zara, who just went to college, said, "Look what happens when I go away to college."
My second grader, her teacher sent me an email while we were away because I was journaling via email and said, "I just want you to know that your daughter is so proud. She's telling everyone in the school that you're climbing Mount Kilimanjaro."
Same for all you ladies.
Yeah.
And this one, my friend here, Christy, she has a 2.5-year-old. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's so hard for us sometimes. We talk about self-care and taking time for ourselves. You guys took the time to do what it takes to climb a mountain.
Yeah, how long did it take?
8 days.
8 days total.
8 days.
What was the hardest part, would you say?
Sleeping in a tent in the cold on rocks.
And that adds up pretty
While having to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night twice.
When it's just
and taking showers.
You know what's funny is you guys had some time to have a little bit of fun. I just saw on social media, you guys had time to do the Cup It Challenge. So for those of you who don't know, if you go to social media, Beyonce has a song and people dance all over the country. Y'all are dancing on top of a mountain.
One of our guys actually said, I've been up to the summit over 270 times, and I have never seen anyone dance.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that great?
Look at that. What was the best part when you got back to a hotel? What was the first thing?
A shower.
fans, who was the most prepared of the group? Most prepared.
Probably Marianne.
Yeah. Why Marianne?
Why was just on it? She was making sure our vitals were right every day.
Yeah.
She's a doctor, so she was just making sure everyone was okay.
She led stretching.
She
in the
led
morning.
stretching in the
Yeah.
morning before we start our walk.
How about the biggest cheerleader of the group?
Probably Erica.
Yeah.
I would say Erica. Once we got up to the summit, she put on some headphones and she was like, "We are going to make
Yes.
it to Uhuru
Yes.
Peak," and she led us all to the summit.
Yes.
Listen, it gives me chills just looking at each one of you. On this show, particularly on the third hour, we talk a lot about grit, what you see behind you,
Yes.
sisterhood, second chances, being an entrepreneur. If you have a dream, we always talk on the show about just pushing through your comfort zone and doing it. So does anybody want to leave us with a takeaway for not just women, but for men at home who feel like, look, we're all, in our mid-40s?
50s.
We have 50s, 50s, we have kids, we have spouses, we have older parents. I mean, we're all doing a lot. Go ahead. What's your takeaway?
No, I have a takeaway.
Okay.
I would say one of the takeaways is to live and with every step, do it with purpose and intention. Because when I was on the mountain, every step I was taking, I was stepping with purpose and intention. Sometimes we were quiet, sometimes we were laughing, sometimes you were just in your own mind. So I would say for me, it's more of a faith challenge. So I would say live with purpose and intention. Take every step with
So good.
That's right. I love the medals, too.
I know. How did you get the medals? Did you
Yes,
make those?
I had them made before we left and engraved with our names on the back, and then I surprised everyone with the medals after we summited.
Spectacular.
I love it. Well, congratulations for not only inspiring yourselves,